Good morning, everyone. It is literally first thing in the morning where I am. I just woke up and I did get a coffee. So if you have a coffee or a drink wherever you're watching this, join me as we get through this video. So I just woke up, no time for makeup. I'm trying to do more of these videos to put this content out there because I think it's really important. So I'm starting to let go of certain things, like trying to look good in every video. So anyways, and plus now if you see me in the gulag and I won't have makeup, you're gonna recognize me. I'm just kidding about that, although not that much. Okay, so I wanted to discuss 3 items today. It won't be too long of a video, but I have more content coming that'll be more exhaustive and more detailing the problems that we're heading into. But just for right now, I wanted to start with a couple of things, almost like housekeeping items. First of all, I've been noticing since I've started putting more videos out there in the last 2 weeks that I've been losing a ton of subscribers every day. So for example, I wasn't publishing anything for 8 months roughly because of my work situation. I was just too busy and I didn't have enough time. But during that whole period, 8 months, I lost maybe 1 or 2 subscribers. My subscriber count on YouTube stayed the same for the whole time that I was not doing anything. Now, I've started doing more videos 2 weeks ago, and I've noticed every day I lose maybe like 2 or 3 or 4, but yesterday I lost about 30, and then I woke up this morning and I had lost another 50. So it's something really wonky is going on. I'm not sure what's happening, but all that to say, YouTube is basically going to kick anybody out that is not completely in line with whatever narrative they want. So I am on BitChute. I am on Rumble. It's early, so I'm trying to figure out the names of these alternative sites. So yeah, I am on both of those sites. I'm also on Parler, and I'm trying to kind of put some content out there and alert people on Parler when I do post a video, either on BitChute or on Rumble. So anyways, I would really love it if you could go and follow me there. I'm going to put the links in the description below here, and I'm going to try to keep these links for every video that I post. So anyways, it would be amazing if you could go over there and give me a subscribe over there so that you can keep getting my content, because I think YouTube is very demoralizing, first of all, to put these videos out. I don't get paid. Like you all know this. I don't get paid. I don't have anybody helping me. It's just me putting out these videos, and to work my way up to what I had 12,000 at one point, and now just to see it dwindling away before my very eyes, it's very demotivating. So I don't want to put too much content on YouTube anymore. I want to try to go to other platforms. So anyways, it would be awesome if you could join me over there. Let me take a sip of coffee so my life can get instantly better. Yes, this is my pig mug. It is my favorite mug. Nobody in my house touches it except for me. So yeah, go ahead, comment away on the pig mug. I know you guys will. Okay, so the 2 other things I wanted to discuss today are just things that I have seen in the last 2 days that I think everybody should be aware of. So it's very concerning. The first one is open surveillance. So there's been all these kind of rumors going around that we're going to be surveilled and they're tracking us and all that. And a lot of people are out there and they're thinking this is kind of a conspiracy theory. And if people are hesitant to believe it, they think, we're in Canada or we're in democratic country, this one X country, and we're not being followed. That kind of stuff is like for tyrannical governments like China, But actually, they've openly, in Canada where I am, we have local governments openly admitting that they're surveilling us. And I'm going to give you proof here. So this is an article I came across. I wrote it down here so I could read it correctly to you guys. But it's an article that I came across in The Star, which is newspaper here in Canada. And buried in like midway through the article was this sentence. And anyway, okay, the title of the article was "Provinces Should Impose Tougher COVID-19 Restrictions Now, Canada's Chief Public Health Officer Says." And if you read through the article and you get down to roughly the mid to end article buried in there, it says this following sentence. And this is a sentence that Bonnie Crombie, who is, I think she's the mayor of Mississauga. She's like a small town mayor here in Canada. So not the mayor of Toronto, just a small town mayor. But she said this: cell phone data is showing that people are moving from region to region more than they did in the first COVID-19 in the spring. So the solution now must be region-wide. So cell phone data is showing that people are moving more. That's what she says. So this is basically openly admitting that we are under surveillance. They are pulling the data from the cell phone records to see who's traveling. And if you think it's going to stop there, this is just the beginning, and they're admitting to this now. So you have to realize we're in a state of affairs where they think they have the justification now to openly admit to your face that you are under surveillance. So anybody out there who was thinking last week, this is a conspiracy theory, there's no way this is happening. Well, there we go. Bonnie Crombie, mayor, small town mayor in Canada here, is telling you they're surveilling you, and they're going to keep doing it. And this is not just the only thing they're doing. They're probably doing much more that we're not even aware of yet. So I just want to point out the time for screaming that there's a conspiracy theory, it's done. Right? It's done. Like, we have to now realize and face the fact that we are being surveilled. So anytime you leave your house with your cell phone, you're being tracked. That's the new reality you have to face. And you're going to have to decide, do you take your cell phone out, or do you leave it at home now when you go out? Do you want to be tracked? What level of resistance are you going to put up to this new tyranny? So that was the second item I wanted to discuss today, the surveillance. Now the third one is what I put in the category of collectivization. So this is direct communism. And I'm kind of dismayed a little bit because I'm trained to recognize tyranny. I think I was born with this kind of aptitude to recognize it, but then on top of it, I studied it. So to me, it's obvious when these things start happening, what's going to happen and where we're headed. So this is why I'm trying to awaken people, but it's not easy to spot. So I'm not faulting people who don't recognize it. I'm more faulting people who scream at people who recognize it and try to shut them up. If you could let us speak, that would be great. I wouldn't be so angry. But the fact that we're being shut down for saying these things, that's what makes me mad. So I'll show you an example of how this starts very small, very insidious, and very like under the banner of, oh, this is such a great thing. But it actually will lead to a full-blown loss of your freedom. So my neighbor today, like literally my neighbor next door, she actually sent us an email. And I'm not faulting her. I don't think she realizes, but she sent us an email saying, hey, the city we're in will give us $500 towards buying a collective snowblower. So if we wanted to take them up on that, let's do it. So you might think, oh, that's such a good idea. Let's work together as a collective society to have a snowblower because some people can't afford it and blah, 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 you know. So this is how it starts. This is the seeds they're planting towards the future collectivization. This is exactly what they did in Russia. This is also what they did in Nazi Germany, which were two socialist regimes, the most famous ones, which is why I keep going to Nazis and Soviets, because they're the most famous of these regimes. So this collectivization of our snowblower basically means the families would kind of get in together and get a snowblower, but you can see immediately how these issues will arise. Sometimes I'm wondering, are they doing these small collectivization items to both get to the tyranny we're getting to, but also for the fact that they want us to be distracted with small local items? And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Imagine 5 families in my neighborhood go into the snowblower. Sorry guys, I'm so addicted to coffee in the morning. I need this to get going and it's so early. Anyways, I'm going to put it down so I can have more free hand movement. Imagine these families, they get this little snowblower. And I looked up the prices of a snowblower in Canada today. and it's anywhere between $500 all the way up to $2,000. So assuming you get the El Cheapo version, the $500 version, well, that is going to be the cheapest of all. So when that breaks, so nobody paid for it, so it's collectively owned by everybody, the same, in the same manner, equal. So who pays for it when it breaks? Is it the guy who was using it when it broke, or do you all pitch in? Like, how's that going to work? What if somebody uses it like irresponsibly, in the sense that they didn't pay for it, therefore they don't care, they're going over rocks and stuff like that, and therefore dulling up the blades of the snowblower, and then it just starts to malfunction? Who's going to pay for it? Is it going to be that guy? Like, you can see how there's a reason collectivization never works. It's because people don't take accountability for things they don't pay for. People don't take care of things that they don't pay for. And this is exactly what would happen if 5 or 6 families in my neighborhood went ahead and got a snowblower. It would start all of these wars between neighbors. So anyways, this is just a tiny example. I mean, let me know, do you guys have these things in your neighborhoods where you are? Do you have like these collectivization things? Do you have these surveillance elements that you're noticing more and more? Like, tell me in the comments section, because I can actually put more videos out there with stuff that you guys tell me, and maybe it'll wake up more people who still are sleeping. Listen, I'm not trying to wake up everybody, because I fully understand there's always going to be the tyrannical cooperators. There's always going to be the people who love this. Like, they're called the Karens in the world, and then there's the super Karens and the supreme Karens. They're always going to be the ones that love going along with this tyrannical government, the tyrannical ideologies, and we can't do anything about it. But I'm trying to go after the people who are maybe not aware that this is happening. So this is why, if you put comments on what is happening specifically around your area, even like micro events, like tiny things that are happening, because once we put them all together, we can see a really big, clear picture of where we are headed. So I have seen in the last 2 days admittance of surveillance. I've seen collectivization being thrown my way, USSR style collectivization. And I've seen that YouTube is definitely messing with me, trying to get me off the platform. So it's going to start with these loss of subs, but it's going to eventually, I'm going to get banned for something. So anyways, guys, put those stuff in the comments. I'll read them. I read all the comments, even though I don't always have time to reply. I appreciate every comment that people leave here. To the 2 people that always downvote my videos, I look forward to seeing your downvotes. I hope they happen in the first hour of this video being published. And you gotta be on the ball, guys. Come on. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.